Everyone, Lisa here. Welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. I hope everyone had a fabulous crafty week. I know I did. I had a class Friday and a class on Saturday. Friday was my second birthday themed exploding box class, and Saturday was my annual in color card class. So I had lots of craftiness going on. And thank you to everybody that came to my classes this past week. All right, let's jump in and start with the drawing from last week's Timid Tiger card. In case you missed it, here is the card, the inside of the envelope. And this was made with the new Banners dies, Loved Shape cards. I just love shape cards. All right, so I have all my tickets here, and let me get these in my trusty gold bag. And then the extra little mix. And let me grab that special ticket. All right, I have a ticket here, and it is Annette. Well, congratulations, Annette. Thank you, and thank everyone who has left comments. Okay, tonight it is my fourth and final in my May Impressions Abloom in Color series. This is the Impressions Abloom stamp set and the dies. Pull this out, and here are the dies. Beautiful. You could just cut out your stamped image. You could cut out from the DSP, or you can stamp and emboss at once. So these, of course, are available individually or as a bundle, and there is a suite as well, and that is called Floral Impression Suite. And part of that suite is this paper that I have been using this month as well. So tonight is Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. So let's get started. Here is the front of my card and the inside and the envelope. And this week we are stamping on the flap and on the front. I have my card pack already here. Of course, I have a basic white envelope, which we will put off to the side for right now. I have two pieces of basic white. The inside is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And for the front, I have a piece of Secret Sea, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And I have a piece of basic white for layering, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of the DSP, which is 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. And our card base is Cloud Cover, 4 1/4 by 11. And we will score this at 5 1/2. And we'll give it a nice crease. And look at this, I treated myself to a new bone folder. I will try and clean up the other ones for class, and if not, I'll splurge and I'll get all new bone folders. Oh, and where did I put everything that I had previously cut for tonight? I had everything cut out, ready to go, and I do not see it. I had all the flowers cut. I'm going to go over by my machine. I'll be right back. Aha. Okay, see, that's what happens when I use my big machine instead of my mini. I left them over at the cutting station. Okay, so first we will adhere the DSP to the white layer. And of course I'm using Tombow because I love to have that wiggle room. And it is very quick to use. And it is long lasting. that looks even. We'll press that down. And then next we will adhere the ribbon. So let me cut some of this off. I don't know how much I need. It's better to have a little too much than not enough, because if it's too short, it makes it more difficult to make your bow, which, as we know, sometimes can be difficult enough, right? So let's see if I can do it half as well as I did it when I wasn't under pressure being watched. So I'm going to make a knot first, because then it makes it easier to tie the bow. And I think I just went backwards on it, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so far so good, but you know, that was the easy part. So now let me make my loops and hope it comes out straight. No, so let me tie it the other way. What I call backwards, working from the other side. Get this through here. All right, pull these down and tighten it up, and hopefully it will look good. Sometimes you just have to work with it a little bit. Train it into the position that you want it to be in. All right, we're getting better. And that's probably the best that I'll be able to get it. Just going to pull the loops down once more. And I think we'll have a fairly decent bow this time. Let me hold those down. Pull it nice and tight. Okay. Not too bad. I'm going to secure it behind the knot with a glue dot. And you know, you can always use glue dots as well if you want to hold your tails in place so that you get the nice bow that you're looking for. That's probably as good as I'm going to be able to get that. So I'm going to put a little tear and tape across the back so that the ribbon and the bow do not slide. And it just holds the ribbon secure. And then we'll adhere this layer onto the secret C layer. And you know, when you glue, you don't want to go all the way to the edge because you don't want it to seep out and make your card or your fingers sticky. And just center it on that layer. And then we will center it on the card base. And I find it easier to open the card back up than rather trying to adhere it while the card is folded. Okay, and now we will assemble our flowers. Put these pieces off to the side here. And I just glued these here together. You could put it on with a glue dot as well. Just used a little adhesive. And I didn't really pay attention to what way I adhered them. All right, then what I did was I curled the petals a little bit with the bone folder. You just take and go around, put it the bone folder behind the paper, and then your thumb. And you just curl them a little bit. We're going to give a little dimension to the card. So now I'm just going to space everything out first before we adhere it. And I'm going to curl the leaves a little bit also. Now, I made this style card before with a lot of different flowers. It works well with the pretty DSP. Okay, so now what I'm doing with this, I'm going to put a glue dot in the center, because the center we're going to push down flat onto the card. In fact, I think I used 2. So the center will be pressed down flat, and then we're going to put some mini dimensionals, and surprise, surprise, I only used 3 on this. Can you believe it? It was just so that the petals could be raised a little bit, have that little curl to them. Peel my backings off here. So I want to be careful to make sure I get the center down first so I can push that flat. And then adhere the petals so that they stick up. And we'll just do that a second time with this flower. I am just loving this new set. I have had so much crafting time with this, and I know you will too. I think the flowers are just so pretty the way they have the embossing on them. So you could stamp and die cut, you can just stamp, you can just die cut. Lots of options with this. So again, we're going to push the center of the flower down first so that it stays flat, and then we'll adhere the petals down. And I just turn the flower the opposite way, top and bottom. And now with this, we'll use some glue dots to adhere the leaves. Just going to put 1 at each end. Going the wrong direction, so let's turn that around. It gives it a little bit of dimension also. It's not completely flat on the card. You could also use a glue dot or just glue on one end and a mini dimensional on the other if you wanted to give it a little more dimension. These leaves are pretty. Got a little stuck there. Okay. And then I did cut these 3 little flowers also, which I think I used glue dots for as well. Let me see. Yes, I remember. I rolled the glue dots up. Just roll that up, put it behind the flower. I somehow just ended up with a glue dot on my thumb. And I just put 3 of them on, just following along with the DSP because it had this color flower in it as well, which is fresh freesia. Being in the purple family, of course, it is one of my favorite colors. And we'll add that one there. Okay, now we'll go to the inside. And we'll do the flap first. So I'm using Cloud Cover ink. This is not the envelope. Yeah, that is. Oh, I didn't want to do the envelope. I want to do the inside of the card. Oh my goodness, I'm all discombobulated today. I'm using Cloud Cover and Secret Sea and Garden Green for the leaves. And of course, the new Darling Duckling, and I use Pecan Pie. Just a little side note on the Cloud Cover full-size ink pad. There was, I don't know exactly how to put it. There was a little issue with the formulation of the ink. So Stampin' Up! Did pull this color from customer purchase. Demonstrators are still able to order it. That's why I do have it. But it is not available right now for customer purchase. If you wanted, there are uninked ink spots, and you can buy the ink refill, and you can make your own Cloud Cover ink pad. But I am using the Cloud Cover ink pad and the Secret Sea. And to follow along with the pattern in the DSP, I'm stamping the bottom of the card in the Cloud Cover. I just wanted that longer petal to be down towards the corner. And then I'm going to take the smaller flowers, and I'll put one up there, and I'll put one over there. And then we'll do our overlay in the Secret Sea. And it looks just like the DSP. Just get this in the right direction. It's not the right direction. And turn that up that way. And then we'll do the centers. So this has the small centers and the large centers. And then the overlay in the Pecan Pie. I think all the flowers in this set are so pretty. And of course you can do them in so many other colors than just the in colors that I've been using. And now we'll, oh, almost forgot the leaves. Told you I was discombobulated today. I was so discombobulated today. I was trying to get in the wrong car after taking my car for a new battery today. I don't know. It was white. Looked like my car. It's in the space where I had left my car. Luckily, no one was in the car when I was trying to get in it. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has ever done that. Please tell me I'm not the only one that has done that. And we'll do a little embellishing on the front now. I use the In Color flat pearls. So on this card here, I use the cloud cover. I think maybe on this one, I will use the Secret Sea, and then we can compare and see which we like better. And I did put one small one down here. A small or a medium? I think it's a small. And a couple of rhinestones in the little flowers. Give them a little bling. And then I just need to trim these tails. And I think what I will do, I think I'm going to see if I can, maybe I can use a glue dot to make that tail lie flat. Let's see if I can do that without messing up. Okay, that looks better. Which way did I cut it? I cut it out. And now we will do the envelope. Let me just get everything off of here. And I'll bring my stamped envelope in and the envelope that we are going to stamp. And I usually do like to open up the flap as well when I stamp. So we're going to start with the cloud cover again. And a large flower in the middle. And then we will use 2 smaller flowers. It's amazing the transformation when you put the overlay on. It just brings the flower to life. I think this set is just so pretty. So I don't know if anybody has picked up on it, because some of you do already have this DSP. I know some of you already have it. But the colors in this actually are not Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. The blues in this pattern right here are Pool Party and Misty Moonlight. But would you have even noticed that if I didn't tell you? They work so well together. So I was surprised because I actually at first wasn't going to use this paper because it wasn't the 2 in colors. But when I started to make the card, I thought, wow, you really need to be told or really look closely at it to know that they are not the in colors. And we'll just put our flower here in the front. And I waffled back and forth when I stamped this whether or not to put a leaf or 2 in the front. And then as you, ooh, I sure had that flower off. I wasn't paying attention. Let me get another envelope. I guess I didn't even look. I guess I just pushed that stamp down. Well, I hope everyone's having a good laugh tonight, which means we have to start the whole envelope over. So let me start here on the front this time. Maybe I can pay a little more attention. But as I was saying, I waffled back and forth over whether or not to put a leaf or two on the front with the flower. And I then decided that I didn't think it needed the leaf, and I'm glad I went that way with it. I think I have this the right way this time. Looks a lot better. That other flower looks like it had just been through a hurricane. So, give me a comment. Tell me if you would put the leaf on the front as well or not. So now, how fun is this? You get to watch me stamp the back again. Just when you thought you were getting off quickly. Okay, while I have that open, let me do these. So what has everyone crafted this week? You've worked on any special projects? Any cards? Do leave me a comment and let me know what you have been working on. Besides, of course, what you might have made if you were at class here with me this week. Let me just turn, make sure I have this the right way. I think it goes that way. Don't want to mess that up again. Okay. And now I have to turn it that way. So remember, I would love to see whatever you have created. Don't forget to share what you stamp. And I am getting caught up on all the past cards and projects that you have sent me. And I will be posting those soon. It just takes me a little while to edit the pictures and get everything written up. So don't think I have forgotten about you and that I don't appreciate you sharing what you stamp, because I most certainly do. Okay, so we are now ready. Here is, I think this is the one we made tonight. Let's show it with that envelope. And then here is my sample. And we'll show it with the other side of the envelope. Okay, my crafty friends, so there is our cloud cover and our Secret Sea version of the Floral Impressions Suite, or the Impressions Abloom bundle, whichever way you want to look at it. So I do have the past week's cards here. I just wanted to show you, do a little recap of the other cards. I had started out the first week with Darling Duckling, which now is starting to flow a little more easily. At the beginning, I don't know what it was. I had trouble getting Darling Duckling out. There's the inside, the envelope. I only stamped on the flap. And then next we went to Strawberry Slush, little corner fold card. And on this one, we just stamped the front of the envelope. And then last week, of course, was Timid Tiger, making his debut, and just stamped on the front. And then this week's. So let me know what you think about tonight's card. Leave me a comment, leave me some love, and let me know all together with the 4 cards that we have made this month, which one is your favorite. And let me know why it's your favorite. Is it the style of the card? Is it the color that I used? I just love to know your thoughts on everything. Okay, my crafty friends, there is just a couple days left in May. Unbelievable, I know, especially since the weather's still so cold. But remember, everyone who purchases the Floral Impression Suite through me this month as a bonus, you have your choice of the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls or the 2024 to 2026 in color flat pearls. Your choice when you purchase that suite through me this month. So remember, just a few days left in May. And also, exciting news, Stampin' Up! Has released today their very first virtual album kit. Yes, Scrapbooker's Delight. Whether you are seasoned or beginning, it is 12 months of scrapbooking. That is 12 double layouts. Included in the kit is all your DSP, your cardstock. There are stamp sets, embellishments, just too much to name. You'll learn techniques because Stampin' Up! Will host a 3-day virtual event where you can craft along with your kit. And on top of that, I am hosting a 2-day in-person event for everyone who purchases the kit through me. And that event will be super fun, besides getting to spend a little time with me and other crafters. It's always fun to just chit-chat, craft along together. I'm going to have table gifts for everyone. We'll be snacking and eating together and laughing and having a great time. Okay, everyone. So lots for you to think about, lots for you to act on. Don't forget to leave me those comments on these cards. And I thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you back here next week. What will we be making? I don't know yet. I'll think about it. I hope it's something you like. All right, everyone. Again, a wonderful crafty week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.